Hello everyone. So, in previous video we have seen how to find the highest details of employees having highest salaries, and we also covered all the age cases. And in this video we will see how can we find the details of employee having second highest salary. And in this video we will also try to cover all the age cases and try to make our code dynamic. So we will be using the same employees table. So let's look at the data. Select from employees order by salary in December. So we can see here 15 employee ID 15 is having highest salary, that is 1 lakh. So second highest salary will be this with employee ID as 14 and salary as 95,000. So our goal here is to print the one row or a row consisting of employee ID as 14, name as Kunal and salary as 95,000. So one way in which we can achieve this is using the limit and offset. So we can write limit one offset one. So let me quickly explain you what it does is. So firstly, as we have seen, limit one gives the topmost row of the table. So if we can change the number of rows in it, if we write limit 5, so it will provide us the top 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, top 5 rows till Priya. So this is how the limits work. And then there is other thing is offset. So offset is basically exclusion of the rows. So this query returns us this output, and what offset one does is it removes the excludes the first row from this table. So when the limit when we are using limit one, so it will not read this row. It will return us the this row with the employee as 14. So if we set offset as 2, so what it will do is this will exclude these two rows. And now we are only having table with these rows. And what limit 1 will does is it will return us this row. So now as we need the second as row, so we will exclude one row. So we will exclude first result and we will get the second as salary. Yeah, so here we are getting second highest salary. But again, the point is saying that the code is not dynamic. What if I do what if I insert some new records? Like let's try it. Uh, Let me insert one more record with 16. Yeah, and salary as 95,000. Let's see. And query execution successful. Now, if we see our data, so now here are two rows with highest salary and there are two rows with second highest salary. But if we run our query as it is, it will return us Rohan with salary as 1 lakh. But this is the first highest salary and our requirement is second highest salary. So to do this, what we can do again is we can exclude these two rows and limit these two rows. So to do so, what we will do is as we need two rows, we will say we need limit as 2. So it will give us these two rows, but we don't want these two rows. So we will exclude the first two rows. So rather than offset as 1, we will set it as 2 now. And if we run this query, here we are having two rows having two employees with second high salary. But our issue remains that it is not dynamic. What if someone inserts some more data? We can't change our code. So to tackle this, let's try to build a code which is dynamic in nature. So firstly, let's see our data and let's comment it out. So in previous video where we were finding the highest salary, We somehow created a query which returns this highest salary dynamically, and then we can fetch all the details having the same salary. So now let's try to do the same for this second highest salary. So what we can do here is select salary from employee. We can use where clause where salary. So one thing we did in this approach was we were excluding these two rows, or basically we were excluding the first highest salary. So let's try this doing same. Where salary is not equal to 1 lakh. And let's see what happens. Okay, let me sort it all out by salary. This is So now if we see the topmost row contains second highest salary and we have excluded the first highest salary. So to get this, we can simply put limit as 1 and we will get second highest salary. So this is how we achieved it. But there is still one problem that we have hard coded our first highest salary value here. So we need to change this, and in previous video we already know how we did this, how we replaced this. So let's do it here again. So what we want to do is select salary from employees, order by salary, recently, bit one. What this query returns is top highest salary, and we want second highest salary. So what we can do is we can use the concept of subquery and we can replace this thing with this query. So let's do it. So we can replace it like this and let me format it a bit. Yeah. So now what it says is it will select all the records from the employees whose salary is not equal to the result provided by this query, which is 1 lakh, and then it will order it or sort it by descending order and pick up the top row. So it must give or return the second highest salary. So yeah, so finally we just need to combine everything together and write a final query. So select star from employees where salary equal to. So our salary that is 95,000. We are getting it from this query. Just let me order it. Yeah. So now we must receive the two rows containing the second highest salary. And here we are with Kunal and Riya having salary as 95,000. So this is how we can achieve our goal using subquery. But uh, for every question, every hard, difficult level question, it won't be this easy to find out. So one way to do or solve a query in SQL is to go to a granular level, understand the question, what is it asking from, break down the question, and then write a query. It is not necessary in SQL that you write the whole query in one go. Like what we did was first we wrote this query and we hard coded this value. Then we write this query to remove a hard coded value. And then finally we created the whole query. This is how we build our query in SQL. You cannot build the whole query in one go in most of the scenario, or I can say almost every scenario. It is very difficult to build a whole query in one go which contains subqueries. So here we are using multiple nested subqueries. So this is our first subquery and this is our inner subquery. So this is how we have solved this problem, and now this cover all the edge cases. No matter what the data is, it will always return the second highest employee details is second highest salary. So this is it for this question. So another approach to solve this question could be using the rank function, but we will see it in later part of the video. So for next video, let's try to solve the same problem using CT. It stands for common table expression. So this is one of the concepts in SQL. So I'm telling you this, the same question or same problem statement can be solved using multiple approaches in SQL. And it is up to you to use which approach. But it is always a good to know every approach so that in some situation or you can apply your own approach. So in SQL, what happens is for a same question, uh, there can be different approach, but every approach can have different difficulty level for that particular problem. Like for this same question, if we will see that if CTE is more simpler or the subquery part is more simpler, and we will see this in next video. So I will first start the video with explaining what is CTE and how we use it, and in later part we will solve this same question using the cities. So thank you for watching this video, and if you are having any doubt, please put it in comment below. Thank you.